Welcome to Eagle Nation. Let's talk and learn about Chapter 1606, which is a benefit falling underneath Chapter 30 Montgomery GI Bill. The Chapter 1606 Select Reserve is just that, a reservist GI Bill, whereas Chapter 30 is for veterans. We will be going over quite a bit of information and we will be going through it quickly. You may want to take notes. I would also recommend at this point forward keeping a folder with all of your VA information and benefited information so that you always have that on file. Also know that we are here to help you and we're going to go over our contact soon. Please commit these things to memory. Learn your Eagle ID number and include it in all correspondence with our office. Know your benefit, figure out which one you're using, and memorize that. Also, you will hear us say this many times. You must request benefits from us every semester after you have your classes registered. This is you giving us permission to certify your enrollment. Let me explain who we are. We are school certifying officials working for Georgia Southern, not the VA department. We are basically a middleman between the student and the VA department to translate and communicate a student's enrollment information. This process is called certify. That's what we do. We verify and then certify your enrollment details to the VA department so you can therefore be paid your benefit correctly. There are a multitude of VA educational benefits, including some branch of service benefits and state of Georgia benefits. These are the standards that we certify for and process every semester. Let's start with what some might consider the best because they pay tuition and fee directly to the school. They pay a monthly housing allowance and book stipend directly to the student. This is Chapter 33, post 9/11. Also, Chapter 31, vocational rehabilitation. Voc Rehab for short. These two, again, will pay tuition and fees to the school and a housing and book stipend to the student. Next is our monthly housing allowance benefits, including Chapter 35 DEA for our dependents and spouses of 100% permanent service-connected disabled veterans. We also have Chapter 1606 Select Reserve. This is a benefit for our reservists. And we also have Chapter 30, the Montgomery GI Bill. This is more of an outdated benefit that we don't see as much, but it is still valid. These benefits, again, would pay just a stipend to the benefited individual, making them responsible for their tuition and fee payments. Finally, we have tuition-only bearing benefits. These are the tuition assistance that we find with active duty branches. For our Army, that's going to be through the website goarmyed.com, you see there. And we also have service cancelable loans, which is not in color because we have no process for that in our department. This is going to be through financial aid, and it is basically for our Georgia National Guardsmen and Guardswomen to get their tuition paid for through the state of Georgia. We can give you some more information on it, but we do not have any processing power over it. Students eligible for Chapter 1606 have a lot of options. They can use 1606 with TA, however, there's no double dipping on credit hours. They can only be used different class credit hours during the semester. 1606 can be used with Georgia service cancelable loans. However, we don't have any processing power with service cancelable loans. We can't necessarily advise you on that loan either. So please make sure you read that information at GA Futures. Also, let us know if you're eligible for a kicker for 1606, and you'll upload that during your benefits request. If this is the first time you have used a benefit, you will find yourself at some point in the following process. You must apply for benefit and then be awarded via a certificate of eligibility. And you'll see in parallel you need to apply to be a student at Georgia Southern, be accepted and register for classes. At this point, our office enters. Once you have classes registered and you have eligibility of benefit, that is when you will notify us and request benefit. Here is some information about applying for benefit. I also included changing an existing benefit, which happens if you change your institution and or if you change your program of study, which is very normal for some students. So I included these together because the process is very similar. It's done at va.gov, and you can find our step-by-step instructions if you need. While some of our reservists may apply online at va.gov, most of you will probably receive a notice of eligibility given by your unit. Please ask your lead NCO who your education coordinator is within your unit. This leads us to when the Military and Veterans Service Department enters into your benefits processing. Now that you've applied and been awarded, you're going to request benefits. This website is where you will do so, and you can see what that would look like in the screenshot. Highlighted in red, you'd click the benefits request button of whatever semester it is you want to use benefits, and you'll be taken through some prompts to answer questions and collect data that we will need to process your benefits. The first time is always the worst time because it gathers a lot of entry data for us. Now, we will be sending out email reminders to our students before the terms start to hopefully get you on board and submitting this information. And please remember, do not submit this benefits request to us until after you have a solid schedule of registered classes. If you do not have classes registered, we will not certify your benefit. Now that you have requested benefit, your job is all but over for the semester. But here is a behind the curtain look at what we will be doing with your request. To maximize your benefit, you must be at full-time student status during the semester. This is 12 credit hours or more for your standard spring and fall semester. For summer and non-standard terms, please inquire with us for those requirements. Also, you must verify your attendance every month, either online by setting up a Wave account or by calling the 1877 number. That is a monthly task that must be done by our 1606 reservists. Also, always pay attention to withdrawing from classes. That can drop you below your full-time student status and therefore decrease your amount of benefit. And you could also withdraw and create a debt if you're overpaid. Let's quickly mention the Chapter 30 Montgomery GI Bill for veterans. This is an older benefit, not being used as much. The probably most important thing to say about it is it can be used in succession with Chapter 33 to maximize at 48 months of total benefit. The gold, yellow colored dates here represent days you will be paid for benefit. Now the VA pays on or around the first of each month, and that payment is for the month prior enrollment period. So it's a prorated retroactive payment. So, for example, let's say the 1st of September, a payment comes in from the VA department. That would be for the enrollment period of August, which would be the 17th through the 31st. So this would not be a full size payment. You would notice a decreased amount of payment. Here are a few helpful facts we hope you will take note of to help us better serve you. Please contact us if you have any questions. You can find a lot of answers on our webpage here. Also, email us at mvs@georgiasouthern.edu. You can contact the VA directly with the education hotline number. Also, submit email and documents via the Ask a Question portal. Thank you and welcome to Eagle Nation.